So before we get started, let's make one thing clear. You will acknowledge this twist out. She is flourishing, my goodness! Oh!
Y'all better not make me get up off this couch.
Alright, let's do this. Hello everybody, my name is Brianna and welcome back to CareFreeBri. So glad you could join me. Please be sure to like and share this video and subscribe to this channel. And also be sure to go to my blog every Sunday, CareFreeBriblog.com, for new content, as well as a new L's and W's post every Wednesday. Now, at the risk of me getting lost in my twist out again and the lavishness that it surely is, my goodness, let's go ahead and get started. But first, hot as hell. Jeez. I got me some sleepy time tea with a little bit of honey in it because I need to go to bed and I am exhausted. And just because you're exhausted does not mean your body will let you go to sleep. So the first half of the week was crap. It was crap. I wasn't feeling it. You know, you're just sluggish. And last week, everyone knows last week was just so long. And so, like, it was just all types of bad. Had a headache, was just fed up, was, you know, low-key snapping on people. I didn't mean to. It was just not my best moment. The good thing is, though, on Friday, I got to have a work-from-home date with my friend Marin. You know, just two girls working from home, waiting for the weekend to get here. And then we also went over her cousin's place and hung out over there. So that was my little fun going into the weekend. And then for the weekend, I did not a damn thing, and this time, that was bad. I should have been going someplace, walking someplace, doing something healthy, but no. I went ahead and got pizza because it was cheap, and I skipped church, and I didn't go outside. I just was not feeling well at all. It got the better of me. But I mean, hey, I got some much needed rest, right? Saturday in particular, I made sure to have breakfast in bed. I made me some nice berries, had a little muffin and everything. It was just so cute, and I just felt lovely. I had tea, of course. It was just great. That was a really nice portion of my weekend that lasted for 30 minutes, and then the rest was awful. And then after halftime comes the second half of my week and how that went. Still not doing the best with the whole headache thing. I think it's because of this whole weather shift we had where it was like kind of cold and then all of a sudden unspeakably cold, like don't walk outside cold. So yeah, I've been trying to lay low a little bit, and what better way to do that than to stay inside when it's 19 degrees outside and you work remotely, so which I guess is my W, my work. I've been pretty productive this week. I've not only been more productive with, you know, work that I get paid for, but I've begun working out again. Like, y'all, I lost a lot of weight this year, and it was somewhat unintentional. My appetite was all over the place, and then all of a sudden it stopped, and so I just, you know, lost all this weight, but I lost it everywhere. I couldn't control it. So that means I lost my butt. And I need my ass back, yo. I need it back. So I am going to harness my inner hot girl and speak telepathically with Megan to see if she could send me some vibes to go ahead and have the energy to be able to work out and do these glute exercises and stuff. I will tell you this right now, my ass is hurting really, really bad, and I don't just mean that figuratively. These workouts are kicking my ass, quite literally. But I'm here. And I'ma have this ass back, and we gonna get it poppin' for Hot Girl Summer next year, okay? Flat stomach, big caboose is what I'm talking about, okay? That's what we on. And so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and rule this week a W, because in spite of like the whole headache thing, I got back in the gym, and that is a huge, huge win for me. And the fact that I haven't had any huge flare-ups with it, I've been able to do my exercises, take care of myself along the way. It's encouraged me to eat. I have a better appetite because of it. That's huge. So I'm gonna go ahead and give props to me and take that W for myself. Thank you. And now, of course, it is time for the big L's and big W's of the week. This week's big L is going to YG. YG is known nowadays for being a bit of a problematic poppy, right? Well, he finally bagged Kehlani, and they were together, and apparently he had been waiting 5 years to date her, and it only took him a month to cheat. So yeah, there's that. You cheated on one of the most amazing human being artists that I have the privilege of, being in the same energy space as when I listen to her music. You did my girl dirty, yo, and for that I can't forgive you. You're an okay artist and all, but I never really rock with you like that. So just know I'ma always side with my homegirl, and you're on my list. Aside from that, he also posted a video on Instagram of like this huge bag of weed, like a huge bag of weed, and gave it to his like 2-3-year-old daughter. And I know it's not like a laughing matter, it's just the fact that he posted it was my thing. Like, we don't need to see everything that you do. Not every move in your adult life as far as parenting goes is going to be the best move, but that doesn't mean I need to know about it. So is it something that completely awful or whatever? No, because it was just a bag of weed and she was so cute. She thought it smelled like broccoli. The poor baby don't even know what's going on, it's not like he's smoking it around her or whatever. It's just a bag, but it's just the fact that it is such a controversial thing still, especially when it comes to a child and weed. And so you should have known better to not post that. And so that's why it's like you definitely get the L, because my guy, use your brain. But apparently you either don't have one or you refuse to use your own, as we can see from what you've been doing over the past year. So there's that. Yeah, quick little L, but it is still big and it is still yours, YG. So here, take it. All right, and I'm excited for this big W. Oh my gosh, this big W is going to Colin Kaepernick. He's getting the big W because he and his team and the NFL in general have announced that he is now going to be attending a private workout in Atlanta with other NFL, team scouts and managers and stuff like that to watch him. And so I'm so excited for him. Now, is this going to be a thing where they can say, oh, well, we gave you a tryout or whatever, that should be damage control, and then just not hire him to be on another team? Sure, it could be, but I'm trying to be, positive here, because this is the furthest we have gotten with this in literally 3 years, not even remotely close. So if it's this close to it, I don't see them just being like, oh, we're gonna act like we like you, and then don't, when the whole time they have not rocked with him in general at all. So I really just want this to work out for him. Colin Kaepernick deserves. Plus, he just had a birthday, I think his 32nd birthday last week. Colin has been fighting for us. He loves black folks, and I love him for that. And so I'm rooting for him all the way. If things don't turn out right, I'm gonna be upset, but I'm gonna know that it wasn't for him and that he's gonna get a better opportunity. Just because he's got tryouts now and a workout now does not mean anything huge, and it doesn't mean anything small either. It just means a tryout. But the fact that this is the furthest we've gotten in so long is a big deal. So congrats to Colin, he gets the big W. And now it's time for final thoughts to close this out. Since y'all love to talk about Miss Summer, we can go ahead and do that here too. So Summer Walker has been, getting flack left and right for social anxiety and the fact that she is not super, energetic with her performances or her meet and greets or any type of interview that she does. A lot of people have been coming at her saying,
this is what the job entails, you need to do this, you need to do that, sharpen up.
And others are like,
well, give her some time, she said she has social anxiety, blah, blah, blah.
I need all of us to shut the hell up. I'm so tired of talking about this. Like, I feel at this point it is such a bandwagon thing to just shit on Summer, right? Because you see this girl who looks so unenthused by what she's doing on stage, and you supposedly know so many other people who would love that opportunity, right? Who would love to get on stage and perform their ass off and like be able to give their all. But the thing is, none of us have control over that, and it's not any of our business. And this isn't something that a lot of us are collectively dealing with anyway when it comes to social anxiety. Now, I have my struggles with anxiety, but it is not induced by being in a social setting usually. It's just regular anxiety. And I know how that works and how difficult it can be to function with that. So I can't even imagine what it's like to have social anxiety that likes to turn itself off and on whenever it pleases when you have something to do. You can't just turn this off and on. You're gonna have better days and you're not. Like, Summer has like a whole pole dancing session, on her stage when she performs, and people are like, well, how is she able to do that but she can't talk to her fans? Because you can't pick and choose when this hits you, okay? You just can't. That's not how anxiety in general works. I don't get to choose when I'm anxious and when I'm not, and what makes me anxious and what doesn't. Now, with that said, if you know you have that stuff going on, then you need to do something. Your team needs to do something. They need to cancel your meet and greets. They need to reschedule things with your tour. They need to strategize your schedule according to your needs and what is going to help you perform best. Literally, not just as a performer, but as a person. And apparently that's what happened. Homegirl canceled her tour. She said,
"Thanks guys, love you and everything, but I can't do this whole tour stage presence thing, so I'm gonna keep putting out music, but you guys aren't getting any more performances from me. Goodbye, deuces, love and light."
And you'd think that would be enough for people, right? They'd be like, okay, well, good, homegirl finally canceled her stuff because she needed to, because I was getting mad at that, blah, blah. No, people continued to hound her, talking about
why are you posting online if you have social anxiety? How come you do this? How come you can get on a whole stripper pole, but you can't do this?
People can't perform the way you want them to, okay? That's just how it works. I don't know her situation. I don't know whether she just didn't feel like it, whether it was social anxiety, whatever, but this does look like social anxiety. And for somebody to be taking the necessary steps, which is either therapy or, changing things around you and or both to make themselves better, I cannot be upset with that. I never will be. Would I have liked to see Summer? Yes. Was I going to see Summer? No, because I couldn't get a ticket in time and I was really salty about that. But either way, on the flip side, there have been people online, defending Summer, talking about,
"I went to her concert last year. The performance was great. I don't know what y'all talking about. It was super interesting. It was different. It was whatever."
Obviously a shift has happened here, right? Her stardom boosted a lot, especially with this recent album, and now you've got all this added pressure on you. You're doing different performances here and there, you're interviewing. It's just a lot. It would be a lot for me. Would I have reacted differently? I honestly don't know. You know why? Because I have never been in that situation before. I grew up performing, singing, dancing, violin, piano, all that stuff, but my nerves look different from everybody else's nerves, and I still would get nervous because that's natural. I just need for y'all to realize that if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all, okay? Like, at this point, the tours have been done, the meet and greets are done. She's not doing that anymore. So honestly, if you're still attacking this person, it's because you're choosing to be ugly on the inside, like, this isn't affecting your coin. You can choose to listen to anybody else but this girl, but if she is constantly in your mouth, ask yourself why you feel the need to hound on her so much, but not some of these other people out here who don't even have a stage presence. I'm talking about some of these rap girls, I'm talking about some of these rap guys, I'm just talking about some of these people who, quite frankly, only get up there and half-ass it without a supposed social anxiety disorder. Let's think about that, and let's be mindful that people are people, and people have feelings, and whether we feel a way or not, like, this is affecting this person clearly. So that's why even in my assessments and critiques of her, I'm aware of how I speak about her, or anybody for that matter, because it's a freaking person. Like, what are you supposed to do? Just turn your personhood off? Like, turn your problems off because somebody wants you to be on all the time? I just wish people would stop holding unrealistic expectations for these women. And by these women, I mean black women, which, let's be honest, y'all don't need much of an excuse to do that anyway, so... Get off our backs. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and retwist up this hair, go to bed, do what I gotta do. I'm gonna go ahead and ask y'all to go to my Patreon and or my PayPal accounts to help me keep the lights on for this YouTube channel, for my blog, for my brand in general. Alright, y'all. Have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is for you when you're watching this right now. I am wishing you infinite freedom and perfect peace. This has been CareFreeBri. See you guys next week.